This is part 2 of our 2-part series overviewing our pregnancy journey. And yeah, this was not what we expected. We had a lot of pain and grief and suffering that we have to process because this part of our story is actually the part where we lost my dad. So a lot of emotions wrapped up in this one. And if you haven't seen part 1, watch that right here. But if you have seen part 1, let's get into the reaction.
It is week. Whoa! Watch out there, you're gonna knock me over. It's week 30 tomorrow.
We're almost getting down to single digit countdown.
Oh.
It could actually be, we don't know.
Stop it already.
Week 30. I'm like, oh, single digit countdowns. Silly me. No, we were still in the 2-digit countdowns for another 2 weeks. I was pregnant for a long time.
41 weeks.
Technically, yeah, you're right. I don't know when it's gonna come.
40.
They say they come at 40. So literally this week would start the single number countdown. Because on on Monday, it'll be 9 weeks and 6 days and 20 hours or whatever. So we're single digit countdown.
Single digit countdown.
Well, I just saw this belly. That's a crazy shot. I only had your belly in the shot.
Was it so huge? Well, we're a week away from Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Christmas is in a week.
Christmas
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve is in a week. You go crazy when you have coffee.
Yeah.
And
What
lots
did we
of
do
sugar.
yesterday? We cooked. We had cookies. We did. I can't talk.
Cookie day.
Your dad got me a peppermint mocha coffee while I was getting my hair done. You're shaking me so hard I could see myself moving in the mirror as they're doing my hair.
Well, we're just gonna do some stuff around the house and take
Oh
Oh yeah, we're gonna do zoo lights today too.
So can
Did
we
we
talk
do
about?
that?
I don't remember doing
Okay.
that.
Literally, right as I said that, I was like, did we go to the zoo lights?
Did we?
I don't think that we did. I don't think I could have walked them. No. And honestly, and I can't piece the timeline totally together. Your dad, he wasn't in the hospital yet for the blood clot. 'Cause that's coming up. It's quick. But I don't know. I don't know why we didn't do the zoo lights. I can't wait to do them this year, Bubba. He's gonna love it. He loves
He
lights.
does love lights.
Oh.
Can't believe honestly your belly is letting me away. Something about pregnancy like disassociates or detaches like
From
your
reality.
memory.
Yeah.
Because it's like if this wasn't on camera or like footage and like I'd just be like, no, you never had a belly.
No, literally. I know.
Bubba was he just came.
Just dropped them off. I look like a sumo wrestler.
So we're trying to go on a walk. It's like one of the first big snows of the year.
And I can't zip up my coat, so I try to put on snow pants. I can't button those up either. So now we're trying to show my scar. Look at my scar.
Yeah, you're pretty freaking exposed. You're gonna be alright.
Yeah. I can't wait to zip up my coat this year.
It was.
They're just luxuries you forget about.
And also, I'm like thinking like, you guys don't even know because we didn't like film it. The walks that we would do, it's actually crazy looking back. It's like you were pregnant as hell. And we're walking in like blizzards.
I had to walk. You had to walk.
Yeah, you had to walk. And hey, I just wanted to break this up to let you know that today is the final day to get your Make Today Awesome merch. That's right. So you will never be able to get this merch ever again. Link in the description or click the tag up here to buy your merch right now. Drop a comment down below and let me know if you got your merch. If not, well, guess you're out of luck. Let's get back to the video.
It would be like freezing,
So cold.
windy, snow. It didn't matter. Rain sometimes. We had umbrellas. Can't wait to zip on my coat. I kind of want to just wear it around today. It's 80 degrees out, and I'm just kind of like,
Let me put it on.
I'm gonna put it on, zip it out.
Kind of look like the kid out of the Christmas Story.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it.
How does it feel being pregnant today? What's hurting? Your back's hurting. Well, it's week 30, almost week 31 now. It's almost Christmas. There's only 4 more days till Christmas. I need to go shopping tomorrow.
I'm gonna go today.
Week 31 on average. First time.
What?
Man, you're in the thick of it. Not to call you out, but you're in the thick of it, man. You're in the thick of it.
I'm unwell. 3rd trimester, man.
You literally started it with, I said, how are you doing today? You said, I'm hurt.
Shh, Bubba. He's sleeping.
I'm gonna go today.
I think I like chocolate milk in my teeth.
I know. I was
That
trying
like
to wonder
when
what
I
you were gonna
smiled,
eat.
like my teeth looked like I looked like I had like chocolate in my teeth.
I forgot that was another thing that you had. You drink so much chocolate milk.
Chocolate almond milk in a mug every day.
So much.
I don't care. It was good. I haven't touched it since.
No, you haven't.
No.
So many cartons.
So much chocolate milk. God, it's so good. There's something about it.
Oh, Bubba.
It's like a little bit quieter.
Yeah. It's hard. We're having fun.
I know.
41.3 weeks is their due date. I'm gonna show you guys the baby room.
Yeah, this seems much more baby roomish.
Yeah, because then his crib can go right here. His name on the wall.
Yeah.
Dresser.
This is your room before anything's done. Pretty cool, right?
Don't get your nursery done. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. He's 6 months old. We have never used it.
He sleeps in our room.
Well, that's just what we do.
Yeah, and that's, I don't know, it's very like, it just feels instinctual to me. I can't fathom right now my baby in another room, and some people do, and that's whatever. We talk about it though, and I think it's like we were like cavemen and women living in a cave. I ain't putting my baby in the cave over there.
Yeah.
If he cries, freaking tiger's coming in, we're done.
Yeah, it doesn't feel natural to me either.
Yeah, and I think that it's one of those things where, I don't know, society's like, gotta get your baby in the room and
It's like a milestone. Like, how fast can you get your baby to be quiet and shut up in another room?
And that's silly. And at the end of the day, we've
For
just
us,
kind of, for us, and we've kind of followed our like instincts with it. I just kind of go by like, he'll let us know when he's ready, and it'll also feel right and ready for us too.
Yeah, I feel like he lets us know when he's ready about everything.
Yeah.
Like, there was a time where he liked to be held, and now he's like, only sometimes, or, like, let me go.
As you guys saw a little bit ago. Yeah.
And the chimney guy's here. This video is gonna take forever.
That was another thought process I had in these. I don't think I wore my glasses like the entire time I was pregnant. For 2 reasons. One, I definitely needed a new script. Pregnancy did something to my eyes.
Bad, good.
Made them worse.
Can I rebut?
Wait, debatable. No, I think it made it better. And I don't even know if there's any science to that. Let me talk about it.
What'd you do?
I didn't wear my glasses because I felt like my eyes were better when I took my glasses off. I felt like when I had my glasses on, I couldn't fucking see. So I didn't wear them. Okay, let's hear Noah's POV on this.
Your eyes got better when you took your glasses off, because your glasses were 3 years out of script. And so your eyes were completely different than what your glasses were. And that's why when you got new glasses, you're like, wow, the world is so clear.
I don't know. I think it's pregnancy.
We have a baby in there. Yep, that sounds about right.
It's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Are you happy?
Yeah.
All our presents are gone because we're packing them up.
They're loaded up in the car.
It's the happiest day of the year. Tomorrow and today.
My family's...
Just zoom in on your face when I'm filming a lot.
My face was so swollen. I can see my
know.
swelling start to happen. I didn't realize it like while I was pregnant, but I look back on pictures and I was like, oh, it's round in the face. But my feet were swelling too, and
Oh my, your feet were this big.
these are the jokes he makes that like aren't funny.
I was not joking. Gabby, first of all, I wasn't joking.
I couldn't wear a lot of my shoes, so. But yeah, I don't know. I was swelling.
What's wrong with that? Why can't I say your feet were
This big.
That's what they look like in my head.
You might as well stop doing it. I was just trying to think of the timeline. So this is still the timeline. I'm just trying to think of like your dad, because this is like. This is a really big like part of the pregnancy, and like so Christmas Eve we had like at this point we didn't know, we had about about a week before a pretty like life-changing phone call. And
well, yeah, the phone call was like we were in Menards and we were actually getting stuff to do the shiplap wall
in Cameron's room.
It's like painting supplies, wood, all that stuff. And we were in the paint section when my dad called me. And I answer the phone, and I'm basically like, "What's up?" And he just kind of like slowly says something along the lines of like, Noah, I have to tell you this. I didn't want anyone telling you this but me. He's like, I don't know how to say this, but I have 14 days left to live. This was on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then we just start like crying. Well, like I think I was crying. I think you were trying to ask me what's going on.
I was like somewhere else in the store, and then I like came back and he's on the phone, and then I can see his face, and I'm like, something's going on. I don't know I don't know who he's on the phone with. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to ask him what's wrong, and he's kind of like, 1 second. You know, it was very like stressful, and then I like either you started to tell me or started to put the pieces together, and then yeah, we just I think you've kind of explained it, but it's almost just like time stopped right there, and we're in the center of Menards and hugging and crying. And that day we wound up going over to your parents' house, and
it was very
it was sad. Yeah, because this
basically my dad, like he like was in the hospital
that week prior
for like blood clots,
stroke.
Yeah, I guess he did have a stroke too, huh? Yeah, it impaired his vision. He basically went blind, and
he lost, like, he couldn't use like his hand like he was.
I think it was his left hand.
Yeah, I think it was.
He couldn't feel it anymore. There's no more feeling. So like, just basically like couldn't like grab something because you can't feel, and so it's completely disconnected. Basically, the cord, the brain that went to your arm and your hand is just disconnected. Couldn't grab and bring to his mouth because he couldn't feel, and then his vision was gone. Nobody expects during like their pregnancy to like endure their father or like father-in-law or like grandpa to your son, your baby's grandpa to be perishing from pancreatic cancer in the middle of your birth story, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, it's not what we expected. It's like this.
It's like
and it's such a heavy, emotional, tormenting layer to it.
Yeah, because it's like at the same time that we're approaching, you know, the happiest day of our life, meeting our son. I mean, we're also approaching like, well, one of the saddest days of our life too. This phone call started the next 2 weeks of hospice, which is, and I know a lot of people watching have experienced. Yeah, you can't put a positive twist on it. Like, there's just, and I know sometimes we're like, it was great to have that time, but it's just like, whatever. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, none of us, nobody should have had to sit there, and he shouldn't have had to go through that. None of us should have had to experience that, the loss. Like, it's just not, like, life, it's just not what the story should have been. And so, you know, sometimes you just want to like put a positive twist on it, but it's not positive. Like, there's just nothing positive about it. It
just like aches in my heart, and just like feel like I'm like being like tortured.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Something that somebody told me lately, well actually, I spoke about like losing my dad as well. Like middle of Cameron was born like a couple months after. And that person was just like, oh, like, you like lost your dad while learning how to like become a dad. Or like while becoming a dad. And it's like, it's made it so hard.
Yeah.
Things get easier, but it's like so many days. I just wish that I could talk to him about this.
You're in a phase of life now where you're just like, you really do need your dad.
Yeah. Like you said, you just loved him so much.
So much.
You never even got a hold.
I know. It just sucks that like our pictures of what we'll have for Cameron are like, you know, me pregnant. And that was like Cameron's like experience with Brian. You know, while I was pregnant, every day I would like watch the vlog in my car on lunch, and once I knew Cameron could hear, I would actually like I would hold the phone like to my belly and let him hear like your dad.
At least I got a lot more to watch. Let's continue.
For breakfast, cousins, and then dinner. I'm anxious. Do you give real updates?
Yep.
I'm anxious. Do you give real updates or no?
Mom's worried about her discharge.
Can you not put that in?
Mom's worried about her discharge.
Okay.
But Google is
right now.
No. But Google is you know, if this was like back before the internet, Mom would have just woken up. She would have just been fine.
And this is so new to us.
Evolutionarily speaking, it happened in the 90s. I think the internet was made, so it's not even 30 years. 30 years. Sorry, son, that you had to come into this technological boom, but got no choice now. AI's next, and probably gonna have coworkers that are robots. So he might marry a robot.
Imagine he watches this like 30 years down the road, and like he actually like has coworker like robot friends.
Oh, he definitely will. Like I said, he might marry one.
If I stand like this, no toes. If I lean like that, then I can see him.
Oh my goodness. Gotta lay off the boozer.
No, I'm joking.
It's not funny.
Sorry.
Your dad's really. Are you still recording?
Don't be mad at that, please.
He makes bad jokes all the time. Makes me really upset.
Are you upset? I'm just gonna keep recording so you can't be upset. I suck. I make so many bad jokes.
Hindsight, that like even that wasn't even really that bad of a joke. You literally would you say gotta lay off the booze?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bad joke, not funny. I'm upset. It's just like, okay, drama.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to agree.
Yeah.
I'm self-reflecting. You don't get to self-reflect for me. I was being a little dramatic. You don't get to say that right now, though. Stop sniffling.
I cried. I was crying my eyes out.
Just blow your nose.
It's Christmas.
Christmas. Last one.
Look at you.
I'm playing with the Etch-a-Sketch. Or what is that?
Yeah, I just got you with the. Pregnancy.
Yo, I don't even have any eyes anymore. My face is so swollen.
And to think you still have months. He wasn't born till March 9th.
I just got anxiety.
And look how many pillows you have. How much your life? You're gonna give so many supportive pillows. Man, pregnancy's wild, huh?
Last one without a baby in the world besides our kids.
Mm-hmm. Last one next year. My bad acid reflux is throwing up in my mouth a lot.
Pregnancy's fun.
It's week 31. Today.
Today's week 31. Merry Christmas. It's Monday.
It's not. Is it 31?
Yes. It's 31 today.
Let me make sure. So that oh my god, he could be here. I was reading some things for first time moms, like there's a forum I'm reading, and it was like, oh, when did you have your first baby? Some people literally were like 37 weeks. But then also you could go to 41, so it's like, well, that's a month. I mean, that's like a big gap.
It's a big gap.
We could have a baby in 6 weeks, or we could have a baby in 10 weeks.
Hopefully it's closer to 10.
Yeah, hopefully.
But now let's just chill on the couch.
I'm tired. I don't want to do anything today. Was that Christmas morning?
Yeah, you had a lot of acid reflux throughout the whole thing.
I don't even want to talk about it. It's just bad memories.
But right when you gave birth,
Gone. It was so beautiful after I gave birth to be able to. Well, not after I gave birth. It was so. Once I was home, it was just nice to be able to eat right before bed and just fucking lay down.
That's her pregnancy walk. She's developed. Our baby's in there. I guess we should honestly document.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably
It's
wondering
just
why
part
is
of his
mom's
life.
eyes red? And, mine are probably a little bit too.
Yeah.
We're not smoking weed.
No.
My dad,
Your papa.
you guys, his pop is on his last days.
Yeah.
It's been really nice though, being able to talk with him,
Hang out with them.
spend a lot of time with him, and just sharing memories and laughs and cries, lots of
Lots of
tears, and you know, it's a hard time, and we're really sad that none of you guys got to meet him. I'm speaking to all our kids,
Yeah.
even though we only have one in the oven. But
Gotta feel coming. I'm mad watching this.
why?
Sometimes we talk about things and sad, or think we kind of flip flop around from all the anger and sadness and whatever, and I'm just like watching this. I'm mad for like a few different reasons. Like, that just wasn't supposed to be the story, and it's not only just like our story. It's like Cameron's story. He's gonna grow up knowing what death is way before he should, because there's going to be a day where he understands like the dynamics of family, and where he may understand like, Noah, like her dad, where's your dad? We'll have to be, oh my god, the cat is in the chimney.
Oh no. Is a monkey up there?
No. This is just our life. We can't do anything. She was in the chimney.
I know. All I saw was her back legs.
It just sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. It sucks a lot, man.
No.
Those are hard days too, because it's like, not only are you pregnant, and then it's like every day I'm staying up till like 3 in the morning, because like we spent all day, all night there, and then like gotta go home and like gotta go edit.
Yeah, and it was like rinse and repeat, and there's just like you guys know, it's like when you have like a day of crying or just heavy emotions, like the emotional hangover is so real, and it's like there was no recovery for weeks on end, and
Well, it
even
was 14 days.
yeah,
Of hospice. We were there every day,
And
except
then-
for one.
even after that, like trying to recover before having a baby, it's like there was none, and there is
No.
none, and I think it's just maybe now there's like, I don't know what's happening, honestly, and I think hindsight will be able to look back at this whole phase of our life and have an understanding, but I think we're very much still probably in a lot of the thick of everything.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm in so much pain
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back.
We can't even talking about grief or talk about whatever without
Talking about how you don't get a break without not having a break.
and then you literally don't get a break.
Yeah. We're sorry you guys never got to meet Pop.
Not here, not in the way that you should.
Yeah.
Luckily, though, there's lots of videos and people who have stories of him, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's actually crazy, like
From the
how
zoo.
much like they'll get to
Know of him.
know of him, but like also get to like watch him and like see his mannerisms and the things that he does, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's not just like storytelling through like our mouths.
Mm-hmm. He's in a lot of my videos too.
In a
Mhm.
lot of your videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I made a lot of videos just of us, like mukbangs we call them. We're just eating. And just
Yeah.
like sitting where there's barely any cuts.
Right.
So you
Talking.
yeah. And podcasts. We did a lot of podcasts.
Yeah. So there's a lot to dig through when you're old and wanna know about them, because you will, trust me.
Yeah, you'll be wondering. Week 32, halfway through.
Yeah, 32 and a half. You gotta get him when he's like really kicking and moving one day. Pretty sure. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's not just full. I'll tell you that.
He farted.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Cameron.
Wait. Buddy. Was this a 10-week gap? Rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, it was 32 to 41. Obviously, like what we told you, I mean, he was in hospice in that last clip. Now, who knows what day that was?
Yeah, I mean.
He was in it for 2 weeks. It's January 14th.
Oh.
And then this is March, we'll just say 5th. I don't remember when we went, maybe 6th.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, 2 months. I mean, so
I don't even know.
pain. I don't remember those 2 months.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thing.
just literally like couldn't even. I can't even try to piece together what happened in those 2 months.
I genuinely have no idea.
No. Like at all.
I couldn't tell you one thing.
They weren't good. They were not good.
We have to give a little bit of backstory because it's not fully in here. Just week 41, we were trying to have a home birth.
Yeah, that was the plan, and then things really just like kind of took a turn. I was in what they call like prodromal labor, and so that's labor without progression essentially. So I'm going through the contractions, and you'll see it in this clip here. I'm going through them, like having to breathe through them. This is on day 2 of no sleep because I can't sleep and I can hardly eat. And now Noah's also on no sleep, and it's just like getting hard. And there was just something intuitively in me where I was just like, I'm not having him at home. I'm not having him at home. And, while now that sucks and there's a lot of grief around it, when I made this decision, I felt very good in it. And I don't think that I would try again for home birth, just because of how my story went. And maybe one day, that could be, something talked about. But I don't think I would try again for home birth. I think that my comfort level was in the hospital, and yeah, so this is us. This was not our birth plan. We literally had nothing ready to go to the hospital. So this is us packing and thinking and trying to get together what we think we may or may not need in the hospital. So, but
This was day 3 because we didn't have sleep for 2 nights.
yeah, because I started labor on Monday, and this was Thursday night, probably around 9 o'clock.
When I tell you we didn't get any sleep. She's having contractions every handful of minutes.
Yeah, it was brutal, and with the contractions, like I needed Noah up with me to counter pressure or just moral support or just to like witness what I was like going through, because like I was down bad. And in the beginning I was able to kind of really talk and, have you there, but then it was the point where I'm just like.
That first day was like we're gonna have this baby. Like yes, like I felt.
I did
good.
my hair.
Yeah.
Took a shower. Like I was like, we're doing this.
Yeah, I was like yes, like
We were hyped.
we got it. I like made chicken noodle soup. I'm like we're cooking. And then the second day was just like, all right, this is getting hard.
We're just like, okay,
Okay, like but it's today though, so
we can.
okay, we're gonna make it. Then going to that 3rd day with that 2nd day of no sleep.
I'm also on the no sleep and the this and the no eating, but I'm also going through the run of my life, contracting constantly. Like it's a workout like I've never experienced in my life.
Jean's plans.
That's over 72 hours of prodromal labor. 2 sleepless nights, pretty much.
Tired and
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Just waiting for you. So we're actually gonna go to the hospital now.
Yep, it's where I think I'm gonna feel the most comfy having you. I know I'm gonna feel the most comfortable having you, and I'm pretty confident knowing that when we leave today, we're not coming home without you. It's the best feeling I've had in days.
We're both tired. We just need support. It's just been us two. Both the moms dropped off some groceries, but
Yeah, both your grandmas.
home or belly shot. Whoa!
Oh my god. Belly shot.
Final form in the belly. Came far away.
I'm so excited to see how much he weighs.
I know, I'm so curious.
Last peek at your room.
Oh yeah.
There we go. So, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm just excited. I'm ready to go. Are you?
Yeah, just about finish everything up and we're not coming home without him.
No, I'm ready to see him.
Oh gosh. So swollen.
Alright. Pause real quick.
That popsicle's so good. Anyway.
Yeah, that was that post
Epidural popsicle. Yo, that's good.
That's a band name.
That post epidural pop. Best
Can you-
popsicle. Oh, sorry. I'm still on it. That's really good.
It was.
It's probably some like dollar store nasty popsicle, but it was
was.
the best thing I've
It
ever
was.
had. It was.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And now, just think about this. We're in the hospital. We're supposed to be at home right now. And we're already supposed to have the baby in our house. Now we're in the hospital.
Yeah.
So. That's a pretty crazy jump cut. Right?
Yeah, so we ended off at home saying we were coming here.
Yeah, we were gonna come to the hospital. We
Uh-huh.
still thought that maybe we'd
Ride it out.
ride it out.
Well,
We did
Yeah.
till about 5:30 in the morning. And then Mom was like, "All right, we're gonna do a little epidural."
I feel great now.
Yeah, she feels great now, so that's
Compared
perfect.
to what I was. Yep.
And
Just
looks
getting
like
closer.
yes, you're getting closer, and looks like we're about to start the pitocin now,
Speed up the process.
and hopefully be holding you
Very soon.
as soon as possible.
Yeah, the next.
Never giving birth without an epidural again. I won't be. Just don't care. I will not be doing it. Pitocin was also never... Epidural and Pitocin were never part of the plan. To each their own, but I didn't want... If it were in my control, I didn't want like a heavily medicated birth. And it just was what it was. I don't want to be some rock star doing without pain meds. I just didn't want a heavily medicated birth, and just with like the lack of progression, the intensity in my contractions, like I just had to. I had to get pain management, and we had to do Pitocin to try to induce some like changes, because I was like for days on end I didn't get past being 1 centimeter dilated.
Yeah.
And I know it probably sounds crazy, like I'm like over exaggerating the contractions I was feeling at 1 centimeter, but it's like prodromal labor is very much like, it's intense, and we now know because of his position that he was in. That's also like a big factor as to like why I was feeling things so intensely. The biggest thing was his head. So the head's supposed to be chin tucked, and he was very much back like this and then flipped the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I put in work that week trying to get him in the right position, and even in the hospital, like we just did all the things. And I don't really want to talk about my birth story like that. This is just more about the pregnancy.
Next video needs to be of him.
Yeah, the delivery.
Yeah,
the delivery.
Well, just of him.
It's interesting because this is not how either of us envisioned it.
Nope.
It's either
But it feels right. So.
it feels right in this moment,
Yep.
so that means it's right.
Mm-hmm.
What was it when she was talking about the Pitocin and stuff? I was on the bedside. I had to hold back tears because I was thinking about holding. I was just like, I'm gonna be crying like crazy.
Oh, when he gets.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
you ready?
See you soon. Yeah.
So, we had a baby.
Yeah.
First of all, how many times did we watch Frozen? 1 and 2 and Rapunzel.
I didn't actually get to watch it. which is why I kept replaying it, because like
He's shoving a toy down his throat so far. Anyways.
So the choice of Disney movies at the hospital were Frozen 1, Frozen 2, and Rapunzel. Great movies. Every time I would put one on, like something would happen where like I didn't get to watch it from like where I wanted to, so I just kept starting it over.
And it was like comfort too, though.
Yeah, I'm like a big comfort person. Like I find my things and I'm just like for example, every time I fly on an airplane, I'm watching an Adam Sandler movie. It's just comfortable to me and I don't know what that is. Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to bring up like the other truth too, which is like a little harder one. It's like, well, we started out supposed to be a home birth. Now we're at the hospital. Okay, well, we're just going to have a natural birth at a hospital with no medication. All right, well, now here's the medication. Okay, feeling good. This is right. We're still going to have the natural birth, just medicated. Tried for how many days were we at?
I don't know. I don't want to come up with a timeline right now. A long time.
A long time.
A long time of trying to get the medicine to get my body to where I needed to be. And then when we got my body to where I needed to be, then it was like, all right, it's time to push. And then we're pushing and things aren't going how they need to. And it was just like, my exhaustion was increasingly growing and I just was reaching the point where like I physically could not give any more than what I gave. And my birth story is like a whole thing and I'm still processing and I'm grieving and I'm not well a lot of times because of it, and so I don't want to talk about that all right now because I can feel it right now. I'm like getting kind of like agitated almost. There's just a lot of things that just didn't go. And I have a lot to work through because of it, and I am. But it's also one of those things where like people like love to say, at least you and the baby are happy and healthy and everything's good. And it's like, yeah, what's your definition for me, like being healthy? Physically? Sure. If you call recovering from a C-section and everything that comes with that healthy. Or what about the mental aspect? My mental health has plummeted for a long time. So is that healthy? Like, I just hate how birth and postpartum is talked about, and it is a topic that I want to really dive a lot further into, like, in the future. But it's just like the standards and the expectations and the ways that we don't hold moms how they need to be after any birth, whether it's traumatic or not. It's a lot. I'm getting the help I need now, and to be transparent, I'm on medication now, and I wasn't sure. I have always had mental health issues, and so I had my psychiatrist on board, and he kind of knew, when I was expecting, and that, hey, I may need something. Moving forward, just like hindsight, if we have another baby, I'm not like waiting until things start dipping to get on medication. Like, part of my postpartum plan is literally going to be to get on medication because it's helped me. I'm not going to let myself get to the point that I did again. There's no point. And there's been a lot of positives and good moments and realizations and we've got this crazy baby over here. It's not all bad, but the reality is that my birth story is not one of those like positive, it's great and I can't wait to do it again, because the reality for me is that I have to like think very long and hard on, can I go through that again? I want more kids. And I also think that's a reality for a lot of women. I've talked to quite a few moms who are like, because of my last birth experience, I made the decision to no more kids.
Really?
Yeah. And that's sad. Whether it's just like health stuff or it's the healthcare system.
Clearly our story is not what we expected. I feel like it's just real, like it's like the most like real life thing. Like it's so real life. Like anything like set fantasy of like, it's like we got hit with a lot of like left turns.
Yeah, I mean, you picture this like moment of like the baby comes out and the baby's crying and mom and dad are crying and we're just like looking at each other. So it's like, no, and no.
I don't know if anyone was curious. I know that like I guess one of my things is like life through social media and stuff. It can look so like perfect. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so you have no idea. Like you know that like my dad passed away and he had cancer, but like you don't and so you don't know like, oh, and they had a baby, so it's like good for them, yay.
And there's this thing to look, it's like,
it's so different.
that's just not what life was.
Yeah, so this is like raw, it's like painful.
And without a lot of details. Like, we gave a lot of details, but there's so much more to the
yeah.
story, you know, and
Can't put it all in just one.
no, you can't.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We have a baby to take care of.
Yeah,
Stuff
I mean,
to
can you
do.
think about how you want to end this?
Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop some comments, let us know what you guys think. We appreciate the support. MarkJakeShop.com. Get your merch today. Peace.